How's it going, everybody? I'm going to give you all some crew leader tips for backing a truck up with a trailer and for attaching a trailer or chipper to a truck. These are pro tips. And when I say pro tips, I mean the tips you're going to get with a lot of experience. These are the shortcuts. These are the things that, you know, I don't tell you on the first day. These are the things that nobody's going to teach you. These are the moves that make your day faster, regardless of safety. So pay attention. First of all, if you don't have cool looking sunglasses, forget it. You cannot drive down the road in a company truck without cool sunglasses. Anyway, moving forward, mirrors. If they're broken, if they're cracked, if they wobble excessively going down the road, don't worry, it's not a problem. We always can see behind us out this rear window here. You can always see behind us. Don't worry about your mirrors. Not a factor. Second, when you have a backer, or when you actually take the time to tell this guy to get out of the seat, when he's back there, if you can't see him, again, don't worry about it. You've got to get back to that trailer. You've got to get hooked up fast. So don't worry about where he is. All right? If he's between the truck and the trailer, sounds like his problem. Again, if I've heard in the past that we're supposed to put windows down when we're backing up so we can hear something, but I tell you what, last week, this window is staying up because the AC is on and I don't need to hear that guy. It's as simple as that, really. So it doesn't really matter where your backer is. You know where you're going. You can usually see behind you. Mirrors, forget about them. Let the mechanics fix them the next time these things go in for service. Let's head back to the trailer. All right, here we have one of our light duty trucks with an equipment trailer. Okay, this happens to be a ball style hitch. All right, we have the same make and model trailers, the same make and model trucks, the same make and model hitches. Everything's the same, so you really don't need to worry about it if you see something you don't recognize. All right, it's probably the same as it was the day before. So, lock pins, cotter keys, right? If they're here, I use them. If not, don't worry about it. If the spring inside this hitch doesn't latch forward the whole way, again, you could hit it with something hard. You could force it in there. Again, not that big of a deal. The weight of the equipment usually keeps the trailers where they're supposed to be. If you're using a ring style hitch or attachment point on the trailer like our chippers have, it's just a big ring. Sometimes they're worn, all right? Unless they're really worn or like cracked or like literally falling off. Again, I don't worry about it. These plugs, these things are freaking ancient. Anybody that has a modern trailer knows these things are ancient, all right? So, you know, do the best you can. If your lights don't work, you know, if they can see the truck lights, forget about it. Chains, all right? A lot of times these chains will be hooked up and they're a little long, all right? If they're dragging on the ground just a little bit, you know, if even a lot, if you're going fast down the road, they're going to be swinging. They're really not going to be dragging that much. Probably not going to be noticeable to a cop. So again, don't worry about it. I've been also told that you can twist these things up, but when you twist them up, it sucks because then you twist up the dead man switch in the chain. So I don't twist them at all. As a matter of fact, then I don't twist that dead man switch with that cable up. Problem solved. Jack stands. All right, these things can get tight, really tight. Some of them have grease fittings, some don't. If you haven't greased it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm pretty sure the mechanics are supposed to grease these things every time they come in, because that should be on their list, right? If it's too tight, I wouldn't worry about greasing it. The mechanics will get it the next time, I feel certain. And it probably won't hinder you loading or unloading equipment or hooking up or unhooking at any point. So again, don't worry about it. And if you accidentally like bang the bottom of the hitch off something, unless you actually can't unhook the trailer, again, don't say anything about it. These things get beat up, lost, broken all the time. I wouldn't be too concerned about these jack stands. So I hope you don't have any questions, because that's all you need to know. Let's move on. Alright, you probably noticed that it's fairly easy to back this truck with this trailer. That is true. Alright, these are the easiest pieces of equipment we have to back. You might be asking yourself, why would I even need a backer? And you know what? You're right. You usually don't need a backer. If your driver's really good, don't even worry about it. Don't even offer to get out of the truck to help him back, because I know in my neighborhood, I never see kids out. I mean, the kids are all inside playing video games. There's nobody ever riding their bike. There's no mamas taking walks on their lunch break. Doesn't happen. We don't work from home. I don't think anybody else does. So, but if you do decide to help somebody back up, it is a good idea to stay on the trailer side of the truck and in that mirror. Okay? That's the only useful piece of information I'm going to tell you today. Stay on this side. I've also been told that you're supposed to make noise or scream or shout. Screaming and shouting, yelling on job sites is very unprofessional. Don't advise it. You know, if your driver can't see and hear you doing this, he must not be paying good attention, and if he runs into something, it's his fault. So it's his fault. I'm sure you've also noticed that occasionally when we're backing in to driveways, alleys, tight streets, even yards, we have to swing the front end in when we're backing a trailer. The truck might actually wag its way down a road or an alley or a driveway. If your driver's that bad, I wouldn't worry about checking the front end either, right? Let him take off a fence post or a mailbox or two, right? If Ditch has a problem with digging a hole and setting a post at this point, we've got problems. Like I said, it was going to be short, it's going to be sweet. I was going to give you all the tips you need to be an expert backer. This was fun. All right, see you later.